my next guest. Let's see. Is this the one and only Mr. Chef Fernando Ruiz?
Apparently, I think I'm the guy.
You're the guy. What's going
That's
on?
it.
You're the winner, man.
How are you guys doing?
I'm doing real good. Doing real good.
Good.
You were
where
like
you guys at? You guys on the east?
Philly, man. Yep.
Nice. I'm in New Mexico, 20 miles south of the Colorado border in northern New Mexico.
Wow. Look at you.
Yeah. Right?
That's awesome. So you're like, your whole life is like, must be turning upside down right now.
It is. The last 30 days, dude, like, shit. It's like, I had to get an agent, manager, publicist. Like, I don't know what each one did, but I got coached in the right direction. It's just going faster and higher. And it really hasn't stopped, dude, since that show came out.
That's amazing.
And the funny thing is, it never happened. I mean, I also won Guys Grocery Games, and I won Chopped. It never happened with those, but after I beat Bobby Flay, and it aired a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, damn, it hasn't stopped, which is good. Wow. Now it's getting exciting. So.
Well, dude, I mean, you got a really amazing, like, you're like I'm gonna say like a comeback kid, man. Like, you got this great comeback story where you did wrong when you were a kid, you ended up in jail for a few years, and you came out and you got on the right track, and I mean, it was years ago, but still, you've changed your life, and so much good is happening to you, man. It's paid off, and I'm like super proud of you, man.
Thanks, man. I mean, I never thought I'd be put in the position that I'm in now.
Right.
Because technically, I should be dead or doing life in prison. It's my wife, man. She made me. I mean, I never signed up to do the shows, any of them. They asked me if I wanted to do Guys Grocery Games some years back, and I told them no. And my wife was like, "Dude, you have to do it." I was like, "I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to be on TV. That's not something I want to do." And she pushed me to do it, and I did one. And then I told myself I'm never going to do it again. And then a year later, I did Chopped, and she got me to where I'm at. She saw something, so
that's amazing.
And now I beat Bobby Flay, and oh yeah, dude, it has not stopped, which is good. It's good.
Now, when did you actually like film the show?
We filmed last April.
Oh my God! All the time?
It just aired last March. Yeah, like usually, like it takes between 9 to 12 months. So I have to keep my mouth quiet that whole time. The longest one was Guys Grocery Games. We filmed a Christmas special in February, and I had to wait till almost the end of December for them to air that.
Holy cow!
Yeah, you have to be quiet. Like, yeah, it's hard, really hard.
I couldn't do it. I'd be losing my mind.
I maybe told 2 people, maybe. My mom being one of them.
Yeah, like how can you not tell your mom?
What's that?
How can you not tell your mom?
How can you not tell your wife or your mom?
Do you know what's crazy? I'll tell you what. Actually, it's kind of weird. Like, I have a friend who used to do a show on my network here, and she was on that Beat Shazam show. Her and what is now her husband, and they were the very first $1 million winners.
See, and
they couldn't tell nobody.
Never thought. Exactly, and they never thought that, let alone they were going to win. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I never. My goal, even when any of the shows that I went and competed on, I didn't want to be the first one to go home. That was my goal.
Right.
And even on Guys Grocery Games, I almost gave up in the first round. Like I said, I didn't want to be there. I didn't feel comfortable. And then I won round 1 in Guys Grocery Games, and I told myself, shit, man, I can actually win this thing. And I really got into it. The second and third round, I just ran around that supermarket with that shopping cart. And then I won. And never in a million years I thought I was going to win. And then for Chopped as well. Like I told myself, I just don't want to be the first chef to go home. If I make it to the dessert round on Chopped, that's great. If I lose, that's great because I'm not a pastry chef by any means. I mean, I can get around pastries. I can know a few desserts, but I'm not a pastry chef. And then to win Chopped, and then to go beat Bobby Flay. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not. Yeah, like it seems like in the last 12, 15, 16 days, dude, it seems like it's just like a fairy tale story now. Like, but now it's starting to get a little exciting from speaking to my manager and what he's got working on for me, and celebrities involved, and a bunch of TV. It's like, wow. Like, go for it. Like, do it. Like, sign me up. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. I ain't got nothing to lose.
So after you did,
I got nothing to hide. Everybody knows my history, knows my story. You know what I mean? I did go to prison for trafficking guns and drugs twice. I grew up in a gang. I've been shot. I've been cut with a razor. Like, what else? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
What else are you gonna throw at me? Do it. Like, I got nothing to lose.
So now you said like after you won like Chopped, like there was nothing that really came out of that afterwards.
There was a lot of publicity with Guys Grocery Games after I won, and
Okay.
Chopped. You got a little more recognition from Chopped because Chopped is one of the top 5 shows on Food Network.
Right.
It's been around forever. Everybody watches Chopped. I don't know how many million viewers. And that roller coaster ride lasted about 6 months. Nothing close or remotely compared to what's been going on in the last 35 days with me.
Wow.
Yeah. And my schedule is changing week by week now. You know what I mean? And
that's wild. Good for you.
it is.
I'll tell you what, like we've had a lot over the, we've been doing this show, it's almost 7 years now. And over the 7-year span, we've had a lot of people who have been either on, like the Master Chef or Hell's Kitchen or Chopped. And actually one of the people here from Philadelphia, a chef that we've become very close with, she was on Hell's Kitchen a few years back, and then she just won an episode of Chopped they aired earlier this year. And so many of the chefs, and I say that to them all the time, and I've watched them do this, and I'm like, now's your time. Like, you gotta strike. Like, you're fresh off of TV. You gotta like do what you can to keep that freaking machine rolling somehow. And I watched them all just go by the wayside, except for this one girl, Chef Christine Hazel, where I mean, she's working it. She is like going all around the country doing stuff. She's got her own brand of olive oil she just put out. She's got her own knives, her own culinary jacket. She's like a marketing machine. And I'm like, yes, somebody's finally doing it. And you're going to be doing it.
Somebody coached her in the right direction, just like I got coached this time. And she's doing it right. And everything you just said about her, we're doing. And it's like, really? Like, they want to make me like a custom set of knives for me to promote it? It's like, bring it. You know what I mean? Like, it's books and episodes and TV and shows, and I'm, like you said, all around the country. In the next 3 to 4 months, I'm doing all these food and wine events and boucheries
awesome.
and matanzas, and it's fun. Like, now it's starting to get exciting. Private dinners are coming in left and right, to where I go out and wait and do dinners for so-and-so corporation, or, weird.
So what about like your regular day gig though? Are you still there? The regular day gig you had?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm at Chama Landing Cattle Company. It's a really high-end hunting and fishing resort in northern New Mexico, in Chama, New Mexico. It's very exclusive, private. We mostly cater to like celebrities, CEOs, corporate type.
Okay.
It's 37,000-acre resort. It's a $10 million lodge. I mean, everything's there. Wow. You got everything you need. I'm still here. It's good that our slow season is December, January, February, March.
Okay.
Fishing season next month. But yeah, I'm still here. I'm gonna hire another full-time chef here with me at the lodge, because my schedule, I'm in and out of town a lot for the next 4 to 6 months, and I don't want to leave these guys hanging. They've been really good to me. They want me to do everything coming my way. They're super proud and excited for me, and
that's awesome.
I'm going to take care of them. Yeah, the way they take care of me, and that's the way I've always done it.
That's awesome. Now what made you go? what made you choose the culinary path? Because I read that that was what you did after you got out of prison. Was you went to culinary school? What made you choose that?
I mean, I had a fast food job in high school, just like everybody else. I wanted to be like a professional wildlife photographer for like hunting magazines, fishing magazines. I'm a big outdoorsman. But when I got locked up like in county jail for a while, and before I did, what was it, like 3.5 years altogether, I started working in the jail, or in the kitchen, in the jail, like big kitchen. And I liked it. I thought it was cool. It was fun. It wasn't hard. It kind of came easy from watching my mom and dad and grandparents do cooking and watching them cook in the kitchen. And got my GED in there and went out of there, went straight to culinary school. And honestly, like, and I hate saying this, and I still say it, I didn't learn a whole lot in culinary school. I've learned what I know now is from like 4 really, really good chefs that I've learned within the last 10 to 12 years, 15 years. And that's where I learned it, working in 4, 5, 6 different restaurants, really good restaurants with really good chefs.
Wow.
And
That's wow.
yeah, it's been down like the ride. That's
So after the show airs and you beat Bobby Flay, like how did you beat him? How does that work now? It goes through different rounds. You have to work up to him.
I compete. Yeah, I have to compete with another chef. And my specialty of cooking style is Southwestern Mexican. So is Bobby Flay. So I have to compete with one chef, and the winner of that chef gets to compete with Bobby Flay. The chef they put me up against with was also from Mexico, and that was his specialty stuff. And and so I was like, man, and like I said, all my goal is just to beat him. You know what I mean? And I don't care if I win or lose against Bobby Flay, but yeah, man, I beat him. And to beat him at his own style of cooking, I mean, and mom and dad both from Mexico, you know what I mean? So that's the style I like, Southwestern Mexican fusion. And I challenged him on a dish, an old school Mexican dish. It's called the chile en nogada, which is basically a stuffed poblano pepper, but it's not fried.
Ooh.
And it goes with it goes with the walnut sauce. And it's old school. It represents the Mexican flag, red, white, and green. And I beat him with that, like in his stadium, in his kitchen, with the audience. There's like 100 people in there, like screaming and yelling and pressure. And oh yeah, dude, like it's very overwhelming.
Now, was Bobby Flay like an influence on you at all? Like
yes.
in your culinary career?
Oh yeah. He's been to 2 of my restaurants that I've been executive chef at in Santa Fe, and I missed him twice. And those days that he went into one restaurant, it was my day off. The day he went into the other restaurant, same thing. And I remember walking into one of the restaurants that I was chef at that I just missed him the night before. And I walked in, and my sous chefs had a bunch of his cookbooks, and they were all signed, and they took pictures, and they're like, dude, you missed Bobby Flay. He was here last night, gave us a bunch of books, and signed them. And I was like, are you kidding me? And, yeah, and super cool guy.
Oh.
Cool guy.
Wow.
Regular guy.
So when you're going through this, and you're actually, like, are you, like, face-to-face with him as you're cooking? Head-to-head?
Like worse. His station's 10, 12 feet away from mine, and we're just cooking. You know what I mean? And talking to the host will come and talk to you and just keep cooking. And once the time runs out, it runs out. There's no, hey, or cut, let's do this again.
Right.
Give them 5 more seconds, 10 more seconds. No. It's 45 minutes, and go. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that 45 minutes seems like 15 minutes. It goes by
I would like any of these cooking shows I see when the time is on it. Like I think that's the most stressful thing. Like I'm freaking out watching this.
And all I'm doing is just looking at the clock every once in a while. Like I'll keep glancing over, keep glancing at it, keep glancing at it. Yeah, it seems like everything's perfectly timed. Like the 45 minutes is what it would take to make 6 dishes, which the judges taste. And yeah, like they have it down, and it goes by fast. And all of a sudden you blink and it's over. Yeah.
Now, had anybody else beat Bobby Flay yet, or are you the first one?
I know he wins 87% of the time.
Wow.
Yeah, so we can kind of go off of that. Like, and everybody's like, dude, nobody beats Bobby Flay. And I've seen maybe 6 episodes of it, I think one being mine. And I think I might have seen one person beat him. Besides me, like the last year that I know of, because he doesn't lose very often. And it's funny because everybody from the camera people to people putting the mics on you to the host, they all want him to lose because he never loses. And,
right.
And it's tough, you know what I mean? And to be able to cook with the chef, cook up against the chef like that, and me being some kid from a gang growing up in the street and dealing drugs and guns and being a chef and beating Bobby Flay, are you kidding me? Like
how did I get here? Right.
I have no idea. How I ended up in this position. My wife, that's a big part of it. But technically, I'm not even supposed to be here.
Wow.
And now, in the last, like I said, last 12, 16 days, I've accepted it. Like, it's hit me. I've actually done something huge. Like, and that's what everybody's telling me. Like, dude, like, you got to realize where you're at now, what you've done, and who you beat. And it's like, yeah, now I'm starting to realize.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
So
and now I've in the last 16 days I've been able to accept everybody's. Hey man, I'm so proud of you. Like I'm really happy for you. Because there's so many. You know what I mean. There's been people blowing smoke up, whatever.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And you don't know when it's genuine. And now I can tell, like, even people I don't even know that. That's a whole other story. I can't even go to the supermarket. Be there for an hour because everybody wants to take pictures, which is great. You know what I mean? and it's funny because I forget about it. Sometimes it's like, what the hell is that guy staring at me for?
Come on, man. They got to get a picture.
And then they'll be like, hey, aren't you the guy that beat Bobby Flay? I'm like, yeah. They're like, hey, man, congratulations. Could we get a picture? It's like, sure. And I just forget about it. Like, it's weird.
That's so wild. That is so wild, dude.
It is. And like I said, it's starting to get exciting. It was very overwhelming. Very overwhelming.
After the show airs, like, how quick does the phone start ringing from people, like, with these different offers and stuff?
So I turned off my phone as soon as the show, they announced the winner. I turned it off.
Boy. Okay.
And we're at a little venue. We had rented out a little space and invited like 100 people just to have like a little viewing party because we still have to promote the show whether I win or lose. You know what I mean? It's under the contract to promote the network and the show and all that. It probably took a good 4 days, 4 to 5 days, once offers and people coming, companies, and asking me if I would be interested in promoting their beef brand or doing food shows and promoting their chicken at the food shows or job offers and TV and all that. And I didn't know what to do like a week and a half after it came out. Like literally I wanted to get my phone and throw it away and go hide in the mountains for like 2 weeks. Because I did not know what to do. Like it just, left to right, it just started, and it got really overwhelming to the point to where I told myself, and I even told my wife, I was like, man, I wish I never even went and beat him. I didn't care if I would have won, if I would have lost, but I said, it's just getting to be too much.
Yeah.
And I have a friend, I have an actor friend in Hollywood that I went to high school with. I'm really good friends with him and his family. And I called him probably about a week and a half after the show. And I said, hey, look, man, this is what's going on. Like, I don't know what to do. And he's asking me these questions like, who's calling you? What's going on? And it's like, well, these people want me to promote this and do this. And I said, I don't know what to do, man. He's like, look, let me talk to my manager, my publicist. And sure enough, like in 5 minutes, they took them 5 minutes to Google my name and what I have done, and they called me right back. And they said, okay, do you want us? Like, we'll take you. I'm like, okay, like, what do you need from me? What do I need from you? Or
Right.
and they're just going with it. And they're all very well connected in the Hollywood celebrity scene. That's what they do. And now they're just building up all these cool concept shows and books. And, yeah, not crazy. Crazy talk.
now that, like, I think things technically, I'm not going to say they have to settle down because they're just now being organized by the people that know how to organize it.
They're organizing 8 things, 8 different things.
Holy cow.
From TV shows to books to cooking with celebrities, movie star celebrities on TV, and yeah. I own 20% of a restaurant that we haven't even opened yet.
Wow.
Yeah. And basically, like, it's not, this little ride's not going to stop for another year. And if everything comes to fruition of what my managers get together producers and network, it's not going to stop for a few years. Keep going, you know what I mean? Why not?
Did you ever have, like, from what it sounds like you never even wanted to, like, really do any of these shows? Like, do you watch any of those shows? Like, if you're flipping channels, you, like, sit and watch any of these, like, cooking shows and think to yourself, like, there ain't no way in hell.
No, I don't watch a whole lot of Food Network. I did growing up, like when I was in culinary school and before culinary school I was. But my wife likes watching them, all my friends, family, like chefs. I don't, and it's weird. I think a lot of chefs don't watch cooking shows, if that makes sense.
Right.
But there is a lot to do. But yeah, and I never said, oh, I want to be on TV, or oh, I want to be on this competition on Food Network. Yeah.
Well, I mean, chefs are the new rock stars, man. They really are.
And you know what? You're like the 10th person to say that in the last 30 days, and you're absolutely right. Like,
yeah,
they're turning into rock stars. Everybody knows who Bobby Flay is from around the world. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows who Mario Batali is, who Morimoto is, and it's just like they know who Mick Jagger is, and the Beatles were, and Van Halen. It's like, really? Like, and it's funny. A lot of chefs hang out with the music band industry.
Yeah.
And you see Guy Fieri all the time hanging out with, like, rock bands and NASCAR and stuff like that. And
right.
I'm getting invited. I'm also getting invited to all these events that they're at. It's like, yeah, sure, why not?
Right. That's awesome.
Okay.
Dude, this is exciting.
It is. It's starting to get really exciting in the last 12, 14 days.
Look at this. So like, what's the immediate plans, like, next? Like, where do you go from here now? Are you just, like, working on the organization of all these things? Like, what do you think is going to be the first project that you tackle?
Probably I'm going to film 30, 15-minute episodes, cooking segment with the celebrity lady now. She used to be a big TV show star, movie star back in late 90s to like 2006.
Okay.
And her and I are going to start, we're going to do 30 episodes, 15 minutes each episode, and start from there. And then just move over to other TV shows that we're talking about doing, and of course the restaurant. If we're going to do one of the shows in the restaurant, once it's all put together and remodeled. I'll be Las Vegas Food and Wine Festival in October. I go to Aspen next month for a food and wine event as well. And Pebble Beach Food and Wine next year, Hollywood Food and Wine next year. And so far, and I got a bunch of private events that people have gotten in contact with me out of state to do, whether it's a wedding or dinner or any that sort of stuff.
That stuff's wild. Like, I didn't realize that stuff goes on until like I started interviewing the chefs that off TV shows. That's like a huge thing that people. I mean, people just invite me to come in and cook dinner at their house. I'm like, that's got to be so weird, though.
Yeah, they're building me up. We're building a website in the LLC. So you're just gonna Google Chef Fernando Ruiz. It'll hit you to my website, and you can book me for like an event or buy the cookbook or buy T-shirts. I got a guy working on brands and logos for me. And
nice.
Yeah, like it's crazy, but it's now starting to get cool. It's starting to get exciting.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I'm so happy for you, man. You and your family. So deserved.
I appreciate
Good for you,
it.
man.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Who would have known?
Yeah. That's freaking awesome.
Cool.
So how about any plans on this itinerary to come out here to Philadelphia? That's what we got to know.
See, I want to go everywhere. I want to meet people from the east to the southeast to the southwest to the east, northwest. You know what I mean? And
right.
Because everybody knows who I am now. Like, it's weird. Everybody knows my face. Everybody knows my story. I want to get out Missouri, Philadelphia, all that area. I've never been there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now there might be opportunities for some food and wine event in Philadelphia that I can.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Right.
Do you think the fact that people didn't truly know or maybe knew your story, like, I guess that they didn't know your story and you didn't want to have to tell people your story, you think that was kind of something that kind of held you back from really wanting to do like these TV things initially?
Well, my biggest thing, that I'll tell you the truth, why I didn't want to do Guys Grocery Games at all to be on TV. Because I grew up in a gang. I grew up robbing drug dealers and trafficking people across the border, from that to everything else. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I grew up getting shot at. I grew up shooting at people or whatever. What my biggest fear was being on national TV was the people I grew up with or the people that I grew up with not getting along with.
Yeah.
Either seeing me and be like, oh, look, there's Fernando. He's doing good in New Mexico. Let's go visit him. Or,
right.
Hey, that's the guy that shot my brother or shot my brother in the leg or robbed me or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was trying to get away from. But nothing came of it.
Good.
Which is good. And I've never had social media until Guy Fieri convinced me after Guys Grocery Games. He asked me, he's like, how come you don't have a Facebook or Instagram? And I told him, like, I don't want people to get in contact with me that I grew up with, that I grew up getting in trouble with and getting shot at. Like, I don't need to deal with that. He said, no, don't worry about it. That's not going to happen. And it didn't happen.
Wow. How about like people from?
You're always going to have people that hate you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
I've learned that in the last 30 days. Not everybody's going to like me. I could care less. Just a great example that they always give me. They're like, dude, nobody likes the Kardashians, but everybody loves the Kardashians.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
You know what? He said, if you don't have people that hate you and don't like what you're doing, then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Truth.
He said, when you do have people that hate on you, then you're doing it right.
That's it.
And they're absolutely right.
That's it. Wow.
How about like less, you know what I mean?
How about like people from like school or people who might have been in your life, are they like all of a sudden, oh yeah, me and Fernando, we're tight, we're best friends and all this all of a sudden?
Oh, now everybody wants to be your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten some, but I know who my friends are. I know who my acquaintances are. I know when somebody wants to take advantage of me, when they want something for free. It's easy to detect that now. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Dude, but yeah, I mean, it's going to be there. And I'm totally down to help everybody out. I give everything away for free. My wife hates it. And now I have a manager to take care of that. He can be the bad guy. Because I'm the nice guy. Now.
That's awesome. See, that's me. I'm the nice guy. I need somebody to be that bad guy. I'm always the nice guy. I need somebody to be that bad guy.
Me too. I'll give stuff away for free. It's like, hey, can you do a banquet or a catering for my daughter's graduation? Oh, yeah, sure. How many people? 100 people. How much do you want? Just pay for the food and I'll do the rest. And my wife's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no more of that.
Yeah, that can't happen anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Hell.
I said it's your time now, so.
Oh, dude. This is so awesome, man.
Thanks, brother.
So, yeah. Dude,
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. It's funny because I saw the clip of you on, I guess, the local news out in your area. And you even said, you're just like, it's so overwhelming. Like, I had to get a manager, an agent. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
And that was fresh. That was like a week or a week and a half after. Yeah, it was nuts.
But you know what? It's so like an eye-opening thing because that people don't, yourself included, like you didn't realize like how it can get, and you need all these people, and you hear about it, like people have teams and all. Now you understand why. It gets crazy.
Yeah, and now I can honestly say I have like a good team, a good 5 people. One being a really good friend of mine, and he's a butcher out of Colorado Springs. His name's Jason the Butcher. And I've always said I don't want to do this alone. I'm going to bring somebody with me.
Yeah.
And he's done big things in Colorado. He's very well known in the food butcher world. And him and I are best friends. And I brought him up to my manager a couple weeks back. And he's like, well, what's so special about that? He's a butcher or whatever. I said, we're best friends. He said, so? I said, he's an ex-sheriff deputy, an ex-law enforcement officer, detention officer, and private security for government. I said, and now we're best friends, and I'm the ex-convict drug runner, drug dealer. And he's like, whoa. He's like, hold on. He's all, did you guys grow up in the same city? And I was like, no. He's all, that makes for a great, epic, unique story just on both of you.
Yeah.
And that's a whole other thing that they're working on between him and I. So, yeah. Who would have known I would be best friends with the cop, ex-cop. Turn butcher. Master butcher. All that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Super cool story.
Yeah, dude. Hang on for the ride, man. Hang on and enjoy it.
That's it. And now I am. Now it's starting to get fun and enjoyable. Yeah.
I mean, take full advantage of it. Whatever you can do that's going to benefit you and your family, get it while you can, man. Get that paper.
Oh, it's coming. It'll start trickling in. And you know what? And I hate bringing it up, but like the figures that my manager was throwing at me last week, like, hey, this is what you could be getting and this is what you could be doing. He said, these 30, 15-minute episodes, he said, you're not going to make a lot of money. He said, you'll make about $1,500 an episode. And that's a great way just to get the whole thing going and promote the beef company that they want you to promote. I said, you mean $1,500 times 30? He's like, yeah. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'll take it.
Yeah, right.
And that's that's starting small. I was like, all right, let's do that.
Yeah, right. I'll start small.
Yeah,
that's cool. Works for me.
That's good enough.
That's awesome.
1,500 times 30. I'll take that.
Yeah, Cha-ching. Thank you. Let's go. Round 2.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
When's the
Like,
next 30?
and all I could think about was like, man, that's like selling drugs. $1,500 a day or for one episode. That's like selling an ounce of meth.
Right.
That's all I could think of, like, because I grew up selling meth, and it's like that's like me selling an ounce a day and making $1,500 a day, like for 30 days. Are you kidding me? I'll take that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Look at that. Yeah.
Right.
Like who would have thought like I can make this money legally? Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Is this real?
Or go, because I'm going to North Carolina the first week of August to do a dinner for 100 people from a client that I met at a really high-end hunting and fishing resort in southern Colorado that I used to help out at. He got a hold of me a couple weeks back, and he's a wealth financial advisor. And he's like, hey, man, I want to get you out here to North Carolina and cook dinner for 50 of my best clients, and I want to invite their spouses. It'll be 100 people and blah, 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 you know, this and that. I said, Kurt, it depends what you want. Like, what's your budget? He's like, I don't have a budget. I said, do you want like a 6-course sit-down wine dinner? He's like, yeah, that'd be great. And like, so I get a hold of my manager. He's like, hey, man, this, and this. He's like, you don't want to scare him off with the high number because you're going to make some great connections with all his clients because they all know who you are and they all love you now and they've never met you. And he said, charge $25,000. I was like, are you kidding me? I said, normally I would charge like $3,500 for something like that. He said, no. He said, they asked you, they're after you. Everybody wants you. You're the commodity. Everybody knows who you are. And sure enough, I talked to Kurt, and I'm like, hey, man, like, I said, for the food and labor and my services and this and that, I said, it's going to be $18,000. I said, but with travel expenses for me and 4 of my chefs, rental car and all that, hotel room, I said, it's going to be close to 25. He said, no problem. I'm like, whatever.
Wow.
Right? And that's just one out of the 15 that I also got lined up this year.
Oh, it's a
It'll
beautiful
start
thing.
trickling in the next 60 to 90 days, which is good.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Good for
Right?
you. Dude,
Who
I'm
would
so
know?
happy.
Who would have known? Thanks.
Oh, it's beautiful. You know, that's gonna be like your little catchphrase. Who would have known? You got to get shirts with that on there.
Well, we're doing that phrase and then make something out of nothing. Like whether it's I made something out of nothing in my life or make something out of nothing with what's in the fridge or what's in the chops basket or whatever. That's
awesome. Loving it. Loving it. Yes.
Right.
Do it.
Get crazy. Yeah. I got nothing to lose.
That's awesome.
I got nothing to hide.
That's awesome. So when will the website and all be up and running?
It should be up within a week and a half.
Okay.
We're getting it dialed in and however they want it. Easy to read, crisp, great pictures. The logos and the brands is what we're waiting on. Take about another week. Figure out which logos they want for me that'll represent me and go with it.
Now, how about where should we like send everybody to track you down to find you now? Like Instagram?
You can find me on Facebook under Fernando Ruiz, Ruiz, or under Instagram. You can find me under chef _ Fernando Ruiz 77, or just call the Lodge of Chama Cattle in Chama, New Mexico, and you can get a hold of me there too as well.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Were they calling you there too, people?
Oh yeah. I've gotten numerous letters mailed here. Letters from prison, from prisoners that saw that show in prison, in jail, that are cooks, or you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah. And I try to write everybody back, every letter that comes in, everything on Facebook or any of that. Like, I try to acknowledge it.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, even that, you're truly like a whole inspiration now for people.
And I've heard that word a ton in the last month. And I mean, I've gotten invited by directors to go talk to like kids in the juvenile correction facilities here in New Mexico or whatever. And I don't know, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a therapist. You know what I mean? I don't know. And like, you're such an inspiration to a lot of these kids and young adults. And all I tell them is like, it's up to you. Like, it's up to him or her. It's not up to mom and dad. It's up to you. Whether you want to get out of the gang or get out of selling drugs or whatever it is you're doing, it's up to you. Like, and that's the best advice. You know what I mean? And I'll just be straight up with them. You know what I mean? Like, I can't sugarcoat it. You know what I mean? It's just me telling them like the way I think it worked for me. And ultimately it's up to the person.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally up to the person. Absolutely. But I mean, you just, I mean, you know what I mean? From turning your life around to what you've made of yourself, even before the TV shows. I mean, the TV shows after this and then this whole thing now is just such an amazing story. I mean, it should give people who have been in similar situations hope, you know, to be able to turn themselves around. Because how many times do you hear people like they just don't get that fair shot and chance to do that?
Yeah, and I'm not the only one. Trust me. Like, there's a lot of us out there in the food world, ex-criminals, ex-gang members, criminal backgrounds. And one of the shows that we're working on basically has to do with me and 13 competitors that, from gangbangers to ex-prisoners from Miami, LA, Philly, Detroit, Phoenix, and we're going to get 13 criminal background cooks, chefs, fast food cooks that want to be a chef or want something bigger, or that they really want it.
Right.
And they could end up with one of our restaurants if he or she wins.
That would be amazing.
And that's all I can say about that.
Yeah, you don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, dude, this is I can't stress to you enough how honest to God happy I am for you. I love seeing you know things like this happen to people that deserve it, and you're truly a person who's deserved it, man. You and your family, it's a blessing, man. So happy for you guys.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and yeah, man. I hope you gotta we gotta keep in touch. Get out here to Philly, or for some reason I just don't see my ass getting out there to New Mexico. I don't know.
Right.
unless
you have my contact info, right? You have my cell phone number and all that. Shoot me a text, and I'll put you in my contacts, and I'll see what I can work out in Philly. I'm sure there's a food and wine event out there that I can be a part of.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
I'll get you VIP tickets for all that.
Oh, you the man. Yeah, the chef I was telling you about, her name's Christine Hazel. She does the wine and food festival. She's done it the last 2 or 3 years. And
I'm gonna write her name down.
Yeah,
I've heard of that name actually.
Yeah, hit her up. Tell her you just did my show. Christine Hazel, yeah, she's amazing. As a matter of fact, she just put out another video today for something she's doing. But yeah, hit her up. She's all over social media. Christine Hazel.
For sure. Oh yeah. And that's what it's about, making connections. You know what I mean? Like meeting cool, down to earth, normal working people.
Yeah. Because believe me, and there's so many freaks out there who are very far from normal.
Oh, you have no idea.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, dude, I'll hit you up with a text in a little bit, and dude, I congrats again, man. And yeah, looking forward to keeping in touch, and many more beautiful big things for you and the family.
Hell yeah, man! Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Take care.
All right, you be safe.
You too, man.
All right, man. Be safe.
Bye. All right, well, there he goes, Chef Fernando Ruiz. Dude, what a good dude. Congrats to him. Come on. Literally came. I love hearing a story. Something from nothing, baby. And he did it. Beat Bobby Flay, and then everything's taken off for him. Good for him. Congrats again. Wow, what a night. That's an amazing story. Amazing story. Cool. So, well, I mean, that's again truly the definition of totally driven. He falls into that category.